Tonight, a murder victim's family in Portage says they now have to relive that trauma. News Channel 3's Abigail Taylor joining us live in the studio. And Abigail, the family says that this new ruling is opening up an old wound.
Yeah, more than 30 years after the murder of their parents, grandparents, and now for some great-grandparents. The Witters family says they're horrified to see in the news that the convicted killers will get a second chance that they and their parents do not get. It was spring.
That magnolia tree is in the backyard, and then our house ran that way, and the garage was there.
When this now vacant lot became the scene of a double murder. April 1994.
Now 30 years later, there's a resurgence of what you thought was done. And it's I don't know any other word other than an injustice. It is re-traumatizing.
The family remembering that horrific time, and they say now forced to relive it.
It's almost like we're getting to the point of making funeral arrangements because this is all brought up again. We're reliving it again.
The day this Portage couple, William and Mildred Witters, were murdered.
She had no chance to defend herself.
And she had to lay in her bed and listen to her husband being stabbed over 20 times.
Heading to the library to learn more, I discovered inside the local history room more than 50 news articles.
The community was so affected.
There were over 600.
That anybody could do that.
There were over 600 people attended that funeral.
2 men convicted of murder, sentenced to life without parole. Now under the Michigan Supreme Court's ruling, getting another chance because they were 18 and 19 at the time.
Being resentenced murderers that could become your neighbor. Life in prison without the possibility of parole is a in proportion sentence for murdering somebody.
Prosecutors charged with advocating for the family in cases they thought had been put to rest.
This is a fresh start. We go in with a presumption that the life without parole sentence that most of these folks are currently serving is inappropriate, and we have to prove that it is, and hopefully to get an outcome that the victims' families are happy with.
Family says they haven't been told much.
With the cases coming up, I believe there's over 600 families like our family that are dealing with the same issue.
But like many victims' families, they do know resentencing is coming, and they fear what this will bring.
Lady Justice is slipping.
Yep.
Her blindfold is coming off.
Yep.
And we're seeing, because it's so personal.
The family hopes that any other victims' families who might be suffering could come together to have their voices heard. If you want to get in touch, we will share that info on our website, WWMT.com. Live in the studio, Abigail Taylor, News Channel 3.